under National Intellectual Property Awareness Mission, NIPAM and IQAC. This online national webinar is organized by Research and Innovation Cell. In this, I would like to welcome our today's resource person, respected Madam Ms. Chavi Garg, Examiner of Patents and Design, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India. I welcome our respected Principal Ma'am, Dr. Aarti Trehanji. I also welcome convener of this webinar, Madam Mrs. Swati Atri, and co-convener, Madam Mrs. Rosie Garg. I welcome all teaching and non-teaching staff. I heartily welcome to all the virtual participants who has joined us from various states like Haryana, Punjab, Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Bihar, etc. and attending live throughout Google Meet. Thank you all for joining us for today's webinar. Now, I would share some important instructions for the participants. If you have any query during the presentation, please type in your chat box. Please keep your video off to avoid distraction. Keep yourself in mute mode. So continue. I tell you the schedule of this webinar. Firstly, we have inaugural address by Ms. Rajni Dhawan. Then welcome address by our principal ma'am, Dr. Aarti Trehanji. Then we will have interaction with resource person, Madam Ms. Chavi Garg. After this, the house open for participants' queries and discussions with resource person. It will be followed vote of thanks by Madam Ms. Swati Atri. In the end, feedback form will be shared with the participants and end with the national anthem. So we all know that it's our holy tradition lamp lighting ceremony as a tribute to Ma Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge. I invite Madam Swarit for Saraswati Vandana.
Saraswati वरदाई दो मुझको नवल बुद्धाई दो माँ सरस्वती वरदाई दो माँ शांति हंसासनी वागीश्वरी वाग्देवी मुझको नवल बुद्धाई माँ सरस्वती वरदाई दो माँ सरस्वती वरदाई दो मुझको
Thank you, Madam Dr. Swarit. So moving ahead, I request our principal ma'am to kindly give us permission to start formal proceeding of today's webinar. Thank you, ma'am. Without further delay, we begin the event. The purpose of this webinar is aware about intellectual property rights, how to register, how to patent filing and searching, etc. It's my proud privilege to invite Principal Ma'am for welcome address. Please, ma'am.
Very good morning to one and all present here. Honorable Resource Person of the National Webinar, Madam Chavi Gargji, distinguished guests, esteemed delegates from all over India, worthy faculty members of the college, convener of National Webinar and Research and Innovation Cell, Madam Swati Atriji, all the members of organizing committee, and dear students. Very warm greetings to all of you. At the onset of this national webinar on intellectual property rights, patent filing, and searching, organized by Research and Innovation Cell of Arya Kanya Mahavidyalaya Shabad, I welcome you all in this national webinar. Friends, we all know that human beings possess intellect which makes them superior over other living creatures. Hence, they keep on creating various intellectual properties like literary, artistic, scientific works, inventions in all fields of human endeavor. In this if this property usage has the power to earn wealth also. Therefore, to safeguard this property, we need to have patent, copyright, trademark, industrial design, etc. Hence, in 1970, to encourage creative activity and to promote protection of intellectual property, World Intellectual Protection Organization came into existence. Intellectual property protection is critical for fostering innovation since without protection of ideas, one cannot reap full benefit of one's innovation. Therefore, during this national webinar, we are excited to hear Madam Chavi Gargji, Examiner of Patents and Design from Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India. She is expert in her field and will make you aware how to protect your own intellectual property. I feel highly honored today to welcome our resource person of the webinar, Madam Chavi Gargji. Welcome, ma'am. You are going to enrich all the participants of the webinar to protect their intellectual property. I express my gratitude to the resource person and all the participants for sparing their valuable time for this national webinar. I also congratulate convener and members of Research Innovation Cell and organizing team of this national webinar for organizing this very important and wonderful webinar in Arya Kanya Mahavidyalaya Shabad. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for encouraging and guiding us. Now, I feel privileged to our distinguished resource person, Madam Ms. Chavi Garg, with us. Before starting her lecture, I introduce our resource person, Ms. Chavi Garg, NIPAM officer and examiner of patents and design, Office of Controller General of Patent, Design and Trademark, Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India. Madam Ms. Chavi Garg is from Ahmedabad, working presently in Delhi. She has passed out BTech in the year 2013. Over the past year, she had varied experience both in public and private sector and government sector also. From the past 5 years, she has been working with the patent officer toward inculcating innovation in the society. Let's have privilege to listen her. I invite Madam Miss Chavi Garg for her talk. Over to you, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I hope my voice is audible.
Yes, ma'am, your voice is audible.
Okay, I'll just share my screen. Yeah. So, yeah, my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, hello everyone. I am Chavi Garg, and this would be like the NIPAM mission is going on, as you know about it. It's a National Intellectual Property Awareness Mission. Under this mission, our objective is to make the students and the faculty members aware about what are intellectual property rights. So till now, we have covered more than more than 20 lakh students all over India in a span of 1 year. I personally have done more than 35,000 students aware about intellectual properties. And this is our mission that the students, who are the brain of our India, should be aware about their intellectual properties. So without further ado, I'll begin the discussion of the session. What we will do in this session is first we'll try to know that what is intellectual property, what is its importance, and what are the types of intellectual properties. Please forgive me, I'm having a little bad throat, so little disturbances would be there in middle. Intellectual property, what it is basically when you combine your brain, your resources, and your labor, what comes out is the intellectual property. आपने सुना होगा प्रॉपर्टी वर्ड, घर जमीन को प्रॉपर्टी बोलते हैं, बट कोई चीज अगर आप दिमाग का यूज करके बनाते हैं तो उसको बोलते हैं इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी. इंडिया में 6 तरीके की इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी रिकॉग्नाइज्ड है. दे आर पेटेंट्स, डिजाइन, ट्रेडमार्क्स, ज्योग्राफिकल इंडिकेटर्स, copyright, and semiconductor integrated circuits. So in today's session, we'll try to know about all these 6 different types of intellectual properties. पहले एक बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग लेते हैं. आपने कंप्यूटर देखा है? When you type something on the keyboard, it's visible on your screen. That is what is a patent. जो लैपटॉप का बॉडी होता है, एप्पल का लैपटॉप एचपी के लैपटॉप से डिफरेंट दिखता है. दैट इज अ डिजाइन इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी. एप्पल का साइन होता है लैपटॉप पे, या एचपी का लोगो होता है, या लेनोवो का होता है. दोज आर कॉल्ड एज, दैट लोगोज आर कॉल्ड एज ट्रेडमार्क. You get a manual with any electronic device. That is what is a copyright. Okay, and how the chips are placed in the semiconductor, how in the motherboard, how the chips are placed, that is what is the SICLD design. So coming to the first topic, that is patents. So patents की अगर हम बात करें तो आपने ये देखा होगा, कोई क्रिकेट फॉलो करते हैं यहाँ पे, so if you would have seen that these are LED pails. जब भी कोई क्रिकेटर आउट होता है, ये रेड कलर की लाइट जनरेट करते हैं. So why and how that happens? So an Australian person, he did an invention. He said that, okay, whenever the ball will hit the wickets, the LED light, when the bails will rise in the air, the LED light will turn of red color. It's a very simple thing. ये LED लाइट क्या है जो हम अपने घर पे दिवाली पे लगाते हैं, उसको बेल्स में जाके कनेक्ट कर दिया. Then what came out is the LED bales. So this is a patent. Whenever ICC क्रिकेट में ये LED बेस यूज करती है इंडिया में, उस ऑस्ट्रेलियन इंसान को वो पैसे देती है because that is his invention. Okay, so this is how what is the commercial aspect of patenting. Okay, पेटेंट्स का थ्योरी की बात करें अगर हम, तो इट इज गिवन टू अ प्रोडक्ट या अ प्रोसेस को which is new, meaning that it should be something that is not seen anywhere else. जैसे एलईडी बेल्स, पहले केवल बेल्स होती थी, एलईडी बेल्स नहीं थी. It should have an innovative step, meaning that इन्वेंटिव स्टेप का ये मतलब है कि बेल्स के अंदर जो आपकी जो लाइट है वो किस मैकेनिज्म से चल रही है, दैट इज अ टेक्निकल एडवांसमेंट और नॉट. ओके, थर्ड थिंग इज इंडस्ट्री में उसका क्या यूज है. जैसे कि क्रिकेट इंडस्ट्री में एलईडी बेल्स का यूज है, थर्ड एम्पायर का रोल रिड्यूस हो गया, गेम ज्यादा फेयर हो गया, अनबायस्ड हो गया. ओके, so this is what is a patent. अब आप ये सिंपल एग्जांपल्स देखिए. सी द फर्स्ट एग्जांपल, a baby hat. Somebody thought that बच्चों की आंख में शैम्पू जाता है, so they cry a lot. So what they made a conical hat. So this is what is an example of patent. Patents can be complex thing. It can be a drone, it can be a mobile phone on your wrist, it can be, the hangers that are there in your cupboard. They are once, patented. The LED hat. किसी ने ये सोचा, किसी की ये प्रॉब्लम है, मेरा फेस क्लियरली दिखता नहीं है when I click pictures with a cap, so they made a LED hat. Okay, so this is what are examples of patents. When I say that a lot of things can be patented, people misunderstand and say, okay, fine, so can we make a 2000 rupees note printing machine? No, some things which are not legalized in India, you cannot make a patent on that. So counterfeit currency is not a legal thing, so you cannot make a patent for making a machine for printing 2000 rupees notes. Okay, so there are certain things that are forbidden to get the patent, like you cannot make atomic bomb. Okay, so rest everything else you can get the patent on. जैसे अब आपको पेटेंट का आइडिया आ गया, तो आपको करना क्या है, we'll discuss that. You can go for online or offline filing of the patents. Okay, this is the link for online filing. Once you go for the form filing, these are the forms that you need to submit. For your reference, you can take a snapshot of this page. Form 1 में आपकी डिटेल्स रहती है, फॉर्म 2 में इन्वेंशन की डिटेल्स रहती हैं, फॉर्म 3 में आपने और कहाँ पे फाइल किया है उसकी डिटेल्स रहती है, फॉर्म 5 में इन्वेंटर एंड एप्लीकेंट का रिलेशनशिप रहता है, एंड फॉर्म 18 में आप जब फाइल करते हैं उसके बाद आपकी एप्लीकेशन हमारे पास आती है एग्जामिन करने के लिए. ओके, फीस ऑफ पेटेंट एप्लीकेशन है 5600 रुपीज. एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशंस के लिए भी दिस फीस हैज बीन रिड्यूस्ड रिसेंटली. दिस इज हाउ द पोर्टल लुक्स लाइक. आप फेसबुक की तरह एक अपना अकाउंट बना के इस पे फाइलिंग कर सकते हैं. गवर्नमेंट में रिसेंटली फीस जो है वो एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशंस के लिए 80% रिड्यूस की है. दैट इज बाय 5600 आई सेड. ओके, इवन फीमेल एप्लीकेंट्स के लिए रिलैक्सेशन मिला है एक्सपीडिटेड एग्जामिनेशन के केस में. ओके, ब्रीफ में डिस्कस करते हैं कि फाइलिंग का जो प्रोसेस है वो क्या है. फाइलिंग का प्रोसेस ये है कि वंस यू गेट एन आइडिया, you go once you get an idea about पेटेंट फाइलिंग, आप फाइल करते हैं. उसके बाद आप उसकी प्रोविजनल अगर फाइल करते हैं तो आपको 12 महीने के अंदर कंप्लीट स्पेसिफिकेशन फाइल करनी होगी. वंस यू डू दैट, you can file the form 18 जो मैंने कहा था, request to examination. Okay, once you do that, आपकी एप्लीकेशन हमारी क्यों होती है, जैसे कि जिसने पहले रिक्वेस्ट एग्जामिनेशन फाइल किया है उसकी एप्लीकेशन पहले एग्जामिन होगी. ओके, so it's better to file form 18 as soon as possible. Once you do that, we will examine your application on the basis of three criteria that I told: novelty, inventive step, industrial applicability. We will issue you a FER, meaning फर्स्ट एग्जामिनेशन रिपोर्ट. ठीक है, फर्स्ट एग्जामिनेशन रिपोर्ट में क्या होता है कि आपके एप्लीकेशन में क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स है हम वो आपको बताएंगे. उसका रिप्लाई आप 6 महीने के अंदर देंगे. अगेन वी विल री एग्जामिन योर एप्लीकेशन एंड वी विल इशू अ डेट, हियरिंग डेट, जिसमें वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस के थ्रू आपके ऑब्जेक्शंस को सुना जाएगा. इफ ऑल द ऑब्जेक्शंस आर रिमूव्ड, द पेटेंट वुड बी ग्रांटेड. ये टाइमलाइंस है जिसका आप स्नैपशॉट ले सकते हैं, जो टाइमलाइंस आपको फॉलो करनी होती है पेटेंट फाइलिंग के लिए. This is the patent certificate. This is what you get once you have received the patent. It will have your name, the application's name, कितने साल तक ये वैलिड है. जैसे 20 साल के लिए पेटेंट वैलिड होता है, तो वो सारी डिटेल्स यहाँ पर आएंगी. नेक्स्ट टॉपिक है डिजाइन. आप इमेजिन करो कोका कोला और पेप्सी की बॉटल, दोनों में क्या डिफरेंस है? यू वुड से डिजाइन. व्हेन आई से डिजाइन का डिफरेंस है, तो डिजाइन में क्या? डिजाइन में शेप, साइज, कलर, ओके, इन सब चीजों का डिफरेंस है. ओके, सो डिजाइन इज गिवन फॉर एस्थेटिक अपीयरेंस, आउटर अपीयरेंस फॉर एनी प्रोडक्ट. Patent is for, sorry, any questions? Patent is for the technical aspect, whereas design is for the aesthetic appearance. Okay. Why the design is given is that because design से आपके प्रोडक्ट का एक यूनिक सेलिंग पॉइंट होता है. जैसे कि आप कोका कोला की बॉटल देखो, उसका यूएसपी क्या है? रेड कलर की बॉटल है. पेप्सी का क्या है? ब्लू कलर की बैनर्स के साथ एक स्लिप की बॉटल. ठीक है, तो ये आपका एक यूएसपी बन जाता है. इट कैन बी अ डिजाइन फॉर साड़ी, फॉर कार, फॉर मेडिसिन, फॉर वॉच. इट कैन बी डिजाइन फॉर एनी ऑफ दीज थिंग्स. ओके, क्राइटेरिया क्या है डिजाइन मिलने का? इट शुड बी न्यू एंड ओरिजिनल. किसी और ने ऐसा डिजाइन नहीं बनाया होना चाहिए. सेकेंडली, प्रायर पब्लिकेशन इज नॉट एक्सेप्टेबल. ठीक है, यानी कि कहीं और ऐसा नहीं आपने किसी मैगजीन से कोई डिजाइन लिया, कॉपी किया और अपने नाम से फाइल कर दिया. दैट इज नॉट करेक्ट. thirdly, it should be significant difference should be there on the existing design. Okay, आपके डिजाइन में कुछ बड़ा चेंज होना चाहिए. एंड देन कुछ चीजें आप डिजाइन नहीं कर सकते, जैसे कि स्कैंडेलियस, ऑब्सीन मटेरियल है, सिक्योरिटी, नेशनल फ्लैग है, उसका आप डिजाइन नहीं कर सकते. स्टैम्प पेपर का डिजाइन नहीं बदल सकते आप. ओके, एप्लीकेशन फाइलिंग का जो प्रोसेस है सेम लाइक पेटेंट्स, ऑनलाइन और ऑफलाइन फाइलिंग यू कैन डू. इट इज जस्ट वेरी चीप, जस्ट 1000 रुपीज में आप डिजाइन फाइल कर सकते हैं. दिस इज हाउ द पोर्टल लुक्स, सेम पोर्टल. इसमें आपको 2 ही डॉक्यूमेंट जमा करने होते हैं, फॉर्म 1 और आपके सारे डिजाइन की ड्राइंग्स आपको डिस्क्लेमर के साथ जमा करनी होती है. ठीक है, प्रोसेस ऑफ फाइलिंग सेम लाइक पेटेंट्स. आप फाइल करते हैं, विल कम्युनिकेट टू यू द ऑब्जेक्शंस एंड वी विल इशू अ हियरिंग डेट. जिस दिन अगर आपके ऑब्जेक्शंस रिमूव हो जाते हैं तो आपका डिजाइन जो है वो रजिस्टर किया जा सकता है. नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज ट्रेड मार्क्स, यानी व्यापार चिन्ह. व्यापार चिन्ह की अगर हम बात करें तो ये क्या है, नाम से आप समझने की कोशिश करें. व्यापार चिन्ह कोई, ठीक है, तो इट इज समथिंग, जैसे हम सबका एक अपना नाम होता है, ऐसे ही हमारे बिजनेस का एक नेम होता है, राइट. एक आइडेंटिफिकेशन होता है दैट डिस्टिंग्विशेस योर बिजनेस. सो दैट इज व्हाट इज अ ट्रेडमार्क. ठीक है, ट्रेडमार्क आपको 10 साल के लिए मिलता है and it can be extended further for 10 years each time. Okay, अब जो ट्रेडमार्क है उसका क्या एडवांटेज है ये समझने की कोशिश करते हैं इस एग्जांपल से. If I say letter M, yellow color letter M, I would say. So all of you would tell me, Madam, it is McDonald's. Nobody would say it is the English alphabet M. Because McDonald's ने अपने दिमाग में ये भर दिया है हमारे कि M मतलब मैकडोनल्ड्स है. ठीक है. देन उसके बाद आप ये समझो कि ट्रेडमार्क कैन बी एनी लोगो जैसे मैकडोनल्ड्स. It can be any name जैसे Google. It can be a website name naukri.com. It can be a symbol जैसे कि Nike. Okay. It can be a tagline जैसे कि ये दिल मांगे मोर. It is a tagline of Pepsi. So trademark can be any of the things that I have said which identifies your product. आप कोई स्टार्टअप शुरू करें, सबसे पहले अपना ट्रेडमार्क रजिस्टर करो, क्योंकि अगर आपने नहीं किया, कोई सिमिलर प्रोडक्ट बेच रहा है मार्केट में, तो आपका प्रोडक्ट और उसका प्रोडक्ट में डिफरेंस नहीं रह जाएगा. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट टॉपिक है कॉपीराइट. कॉपीराइट का सब्जेक्ट मैटर में क्या क्या आता है. आपने अगर कोई नॉवेल लिखी, पोयम लिखी, यूट्यूब पे अपना कोई वीडियो बना के डाला, कोई डांस डाला, कोई पेंटिंग आपने बनाई, फोटोग्राफ क्लिक करी, all these type of artistic works come under the heading of copyright. Okay. In case of copyright, what you have to do is that your work has to be original. आपने देखा होगा YouTube में lot of time video infringement, copyright infringement करके लिखा आता है and the video is pulled down. Why that happens is that because somebody must have stolen your idea. Okay, so YouTube has pulled down that person's video. So this is what is copyright infringement. If you're using somebody else's content, give credits to that person. Okay. Copyright जो है, एक interesting fact अगर मैं आपको बताऊं, it is a bundle of rights. Bundle of rights का क्या मतलब है? अगर आपने, if you would have, if you would have heard about Chetan Bhagat. Chetan Bhagat was an author. Okay, he wrote a novel. उस novel के ऊपर एक मूवी बनी. ठीक है. उस मूवी के एक मूवी बनी और मूवी में जो गाने हैं, तो all these का copyright is with Chetan Bhagat. If a producer has to make a movie, he has to take permission from Chetan Bhagat. So that is why copyright is called as a bundle of rights. Means if you have done one thing, if you have written a novel, उसपे web series बने, movie बने, गाना बने, सबकी copyright पहले आपके पास होगी. This is a very powerful right. When you write a poem, get a copyright on it. If you write a song, get a copyright on it. Okay. So these are the terms of different copyright. जैसे कि मूवी के केस में 60 years के लिए मूवी का कॉपीराइट होता है. ठीक है. नॉवल के केस में लाइफ ऑफ ऑथर प्लस 60 years तक रहता है. नेक्स्ट टॉपिक है ज्योग्राफिकल इंडिकेशंस. ज्योग्राफिकल इंडिकेशन का ये मतलब है कि इंडिया की कोई ज्योग्राफिकल लोकेशन में कुछ ऐसा प्रोडक्ट जिसकी स्पेसिफिक क्वालिटीज हैं. ओके. जैसे कि एग्जांपल लेते हैं दार्जिलिंग टी. You all must have heard about it. Kanchipuram silk sarees are very famous. Shamli का क्या famous है? Is there anything that is given a GI tag from Shamli? This is your homework for today. Find out. Okay. All these things जो उस एरिया के locals बनाते हैं, locals के upliftment के लिए geographical indicator tag government देती है उन्हें. Okay. इससे क्या फायदा होता है कि जब टूरिस्ट वहां जाती है, ओके, टूरिस्ट विल गेट अ मार्केट and the people over there, the local community का economic development होता है, rural development होता है, prices goods का set होता है. ठीक है, तो एक फेयर कंपटीशन का एनवायरनमेंट जनरेट होता है ज्योग्राफिकल इंडिकेटर्स. नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज SICLD यानी सेमीकंडक्टर्स इंटीग्रेटेड सर्किट लेआउट डिजाइन. इसमें क्या है, जैसे अगर आपने एग्जांपल से मैं बताती हूँ, स्मार्ट वॉचेस, यू मस्ट हैव सीन द स्मार्ट वॉचेस, उसमें काफी सारे चिप्स प्लेस्ड होते हैं. ओके, वो चिप्स कैसे प्लेस्ड हैं सो दैट द स्मार्ट वॉच वर्क्स. दैट लेआउट ऑफ द सेमीकंडक्टर्स इज द SICLD डिजाइन. ओके, इसका फाइलिंग का प्रोसेस इज सिमिलर लाइक दैट ऑफ द patents. Coming to the conclusion of the session, before we go into the question answers, I like to sum up few things. Whenever you have any idea, first try to protect it by filing in the IP office. Then only tell it to your friends, because अगर आपके friends ने आपसे पहले file किया, there is nothing that you can do about. All these rights are territorial in nature. Okay, यानी कि अगर आपने इंडिया में फाइल किया है तो आपकी राइट्स इंडिया में ही प्रोटेक्टेड है, नॉट इन US. ओके, आपको पेटेंट एजेंट लेने की कोई आवश्यकता नहीं है. यू कैन गो फॉर filing yourself also as an individual, and this all is given by Government of India. The registration is given by Government of India. If somebody says you that okay, you will get it from the UP government, from Maharashtra government, that is not true. Government of India is the only authority that can give the registration certificate of IPs. Okay, so keep that in mind, and I recommend that you create a IP atmosphere in your college. Okay, have weekly brainstorming session with the students. Faculties can, who have already done their thesis, doctorates, they can help the students in thinking in a particular direction. That would help in building the innovative culture in the colleges. That would be all from my end. Now we can take the questions.
Now, we will open the house for participants, queries, and discussion with resource person. Please, participants, ask questions. Yes, Sonia ma'am. Please ask your question. Anybody from participants ask the question from Chavi ma'am?
Can I, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Please.
Hello, ma'am. Thank you very much. Just have some query regarding the future prospects with reference to a non-engineering or a non-science student. Because as I understand, the patent-related, say, an agent or patent-related examiner are is the only eligibility of applying for those are limited to science graduates or science and beyond graduates. So from the point of view of non-science people or persons from a non-science background, what are the prospects
We
in
have a
this
trademark
IPR?
agents also.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, so you can explore that area.
And ma'am, from the point of view of a legal practice,
Hmm.
means I'm also an LLB graduate. So, from the point of view of establishing a legal practice, is what will be better? Will it be better to go into trademarks, or will it be better to go into anything other than patent?
See, there are two avenues. Either you can try the patent agents or or the trademark agents or the examiners at the both levels. So there are different criterias in each case. In the patent, we have scientific background is essential, but for the trademark, that case is not there. So you can explore that area.
Okay, ma'am. Somebody was saying that there is a scope for patent attorney. So, in that case, also is a science background essential or not?
Yes, scientific background is needed, and you can check out the qualification details. The exam of patent agent is going to be conducted in next week, next to next week. So you can check out the criteria of qualifications on the ipindia.gov.in website.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Any other participant?
Hello, ma'am. My uh, my question is, in case of GI, who will be the applicant first, mover or any person who is using any indicator?
In the case of GI, the applicants would be the local producers, the local associations who are making it, not the user.
In case our near Taravdi rice is the GI indicator example for us. And who will be the first mover in case I am unable to understand what GI indicator here protect. For protection, uh, who will apply for the protection?
The local community, the producers make that product will apply for.
Okay. Mean in collaboration or any founder jointly they
You can
can
make
apply.
association. I do not understand your question. What jointly?
Actually, we are from Haryana, so near Karnal. Karnal is famous city, and Taravdi is famous for basmati rice.
Okay.
So, my question is, who will apply for the protection? Basmati rice is the GI indicator for the farmers or for any other channel?
No other channel,
This is
only
my-
the local producers who are making the product can file for the GI. It is a community right, not a company right.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Any other participant want to ask question to Madam Shavi? Please ask.
Ma'am, my question is,
Yes,
I
sir.
have a
Please
patent
ask.
and its application status is awaiting request for examination. So what does it mean?
You may have filed Form 18.
Sorry.
Hello. Have you filed for
Hello.
Form 18?
Yes, ma'am.
So it would be, if you have filed for Form 18, then it would be examined in due course of time.
Okay, ma'am. It is considered as a published or not?
It is published.
Okay.
Yes, next participant.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, my question is that if I am filing a patent for research work, then I can display it to the company after filing the patent file for further research, for further implementation and new technology is introduced in my work.
No, I did not understand your question.
Ma'am, if I file the patent on my research work, can I disclose my work to the company after filing the patent file?
Which company?
Ma'am, for further research enhancement, I am going to disclose my work to the company to collaborate with them.
So then you
So
have to
can
share your patent with them also, right?
okay, ma'am. So I can share them after getting the patent certificate or after filing the file for patent.
It depends on what you want. You can do it either way. If you want that patent should be only in your name, you should not disclose it to them. If you want that you want to share it with others, then you can use their name.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Madam Sonia. If you want to ask question, please, ma'am. Anybody from the participants? It's an
Good
open
morning, ma'am.
query session. If you want to ask, yes, sir.
Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, my query is that there are various search engines for patent searches. So, which
Right.
of them is kind of relevant or which gives a very good result as compared to the comparison? I have explored Google Patents, means free databases, which are Google Patents, eSpaceNet, with World Intellectual Property, and free patents online.
I feel Google Patents is the best, according to my view.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. And are there any resources for getting trained about it, or means like I have explored the uh, user guide of it, or any other if you
No, no, no. Apart from user guide, there is nothing else.
okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, any other participant? I am close. I am want to close the session. Any participant want to ask question? Please ask it. Any other point for discussion? Participants, please ask.
Okay, so then we'll end the session now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
It's
thank you.
really a wonderful session. Now, I would like to invite Madam Mrs. Swati Atri, convener of this webinar, for formal vote of thanks. Please, ma'am.
Thank you, Rajni ma'am. Good morning to one and all present and joined here. I am Swati Atri, Assistant Professor in Computer Science and convener of Research and Innovation Cell, Ari Kanya Mahavidyalaya Shahbaz. I extend my sincere thanks to Ms. Chavi Garg, Examiner of Patent and Design, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, for sparing her valuable time and sharing her knowledge on intellectual property rights, patent filing and searching. I would like to thank our principal, Dr. Mrs. Arti Trehan, for motivating and encouraging us for organizing such type of seminars. Always, it's a team effort. So I extend my thanks, especially Madam Rajni, Madam Rosie, co-convener of National Webinar, technical coordinators, Madam Nidhi, Madam Surbhi, Madam Ramandeep, and other member of organizing committee. I would like to thank press, teaching and non-teaching staff, and our dear participants. We have a huge responses of participants. Around 270 participants have joined us from different parts of the country. Apart from Haryana, we have participants from Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, and from the south also Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Odisha, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh. So thank you all. I'm sure this webinar will going to enhance your knowledge regarding the intellectual property rights, patents, and surely you will be able to legally authorize your work, whatever innovative or creative ideas you have, you can now get patent on your name in future. And thank you once again, everyone, for making this webinar a huge success. So, Jai Bharat, Jai Hind. Thank you so much. And now the feedback link will be shared in the chat box. And so please, I request you all to fill the feedback form within 30 minutes. We will be closing that form after 30 minutes. Okay? So do it time. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Dear participants, thank you, Swati ma'am. Dear participant, feedback link will be shared in the chat box. This link will be open for half an hour. All are requested to please fill that feedback form. Before concluding the webinar, we end up with national anthem. I invite Madam Swarit for national anthem.
जन गण मन जय भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा, उच्छल जलधि तरंगा। तब शुभ नामे जागे, तब शुभ आशीष मागे, गाहे तब जय गाथा, जन गण मंगल गायक, आगे विधाता, जय 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 भारत।
Thank you, ma'am. Arya Kanya Mahavidyalaya Shahabad Markanda, thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Chavi ma'am. Thank you so much, all of you.